Hear all videos here, bass be the glory.
Who that what? Who that? Who that what? Who that what? Who that what? Who that? Who that what? Who that what? 28 what? Who that? Hold that what? Who that what? Free back what?
Welcome back to Who That Podcast on the Solid Podcast Network. It's your host Tim A. It's episode 6. And episode 6 is special for us because we have sponsors now. So we have sponsors. Shout out to Collect, the Bear of the Bahamas, and Cause Light, the official bear of the NBA. Everyone knows I'm a big basketball fan and I'm a big Bahamian. So I'm a big believer of Bahamian culture. So these two are my favorite brands that I like to support. And today we have, I will make sure I say it, it's Davonya or Davonya?
Davonya. A lot of people say Davonya, but it's Davonya.
So correct. So it's Davonya.
It's Davonya, yes.
Okay, so Davonya. The first time I heard about you was actually when you was doing this, like, I think when Twitter first started doing like voice recordings and he was doing like so it's like you sound. So are you trying to sound like Beyonce? It's like a natural sounding voice, like sound like Beyonce.
No, I don't try to sound like Beyonce. Now, if you're referring to the covers, then no. But if you're referring to the part where I was like doing the voice imitation,
Yeah, like that's how. That's when I first. That's when I first. I said, "Well, this girl, this sound like Beyonce."
Yeah, that was an imitation. I always used to try and mimic her when I was young. Singing wise, no.
No, but of course, but
Yeah.
but like that's like what like you could get like a little side hustle like this mimicking Beyonce.
Yeah, people always tell me that in my talking voice. Sometimes when I say certain things, I have a similar tone as her.
Could you do it for us, please, on air?
Oh my goodness,
Just like a little.
what you want me to say?
Anything. Say hey to me. Just like hey, like just shout out who that.
I love my daughter Blue.
Oh man! But yes, guys, she actually has other talents other than mimicking Beyonce. So talk to me about how you got into music. What was the first earliest memory you have of singing?
Wow. Honestly, I know this sounds pretty cliche, but I'd say in church. That's where I grew
I mean, that's what most people.
Yeah, I grew up singing in church and like at concerts, Christmas concerts and stuff like that. Then I went in school, started singing in chapel and whatnot. Then it branched out. I started singing in bands and whatnot. I was writing from a young age.
Okay.
I started
So
off.
who were you writing for?
I wasn't really writing for anybody. First of all, I started writing poems. And I was like 6.
You be the one in class, just like just writing.
In my corner by myself, and I'd just be writing. Like if I finish my work or whatever, I just go in my corner and write poems or whatever. And I started that when I was 6 years old. And then as I got older, it turned into songwriting, and I had more experiences with life, so my writing became more mature. And I loved music, so I just let me make some music of my own,
Do you have any of those poems anywhere? Like you have the lockups. Like one day when you make it, you can look back and say, "This is where I started."
I have all my books.
Yeah.
I still have all of them.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good. That's really good.
I'm proud that I kept them because.
One thing, then if you do this, you have pay me like 10%. You should like just go through your old poems one day and just like go on and Instagram live or something. And I feel like that'd be some good content. So if you use the idea, I just want like 10%. I don't want too much.
Okay.
Just 10%.
I got you.
So what step did you make to say, okay, I'm going to go from being in the band, singing in church, to being an official artist? Like what steps did you take to say, I'm going to do this for real, for real?
Okay, actually, I know I wanted to be an artist when I was in grade 11. And I said, okay, I really, really want to do this. But it wasn't until I started posting covers online and persons was like, they really love my voice or whatever. And it started to go like in different countries and whatnot. I was like, okay, I need to put out music for real, for real. So I hit up one of the producers that I know, and we started working on Bias Forever, and we did that in a month.
And when was this?
This was in September 2020 was when I hit him up, and we recorded like.
So
in
are
November.
were you one of the artists that was birthed because of the pandemic? Was it the pandemic that forced you in the studio, or you think you would have still tried to start last year?
To be honest with you, I believe that I am a pandemic artist. Mind you, I used to go to the studio before the pandemic started. I still have songs in the stash from before Bias Forever, but I never released them. But I feel like the pandemic made me push myself more to get out there and actually put something out there, because I had a lot of time, and I was like, you know what, I need to do something. And I keep saying this is what I want, but why my music ain't out there yet?
So basically, the law was getting enough slap now to go and get the studio and make some music.
Exactly, and I'm glad I did.
So talk to me about the process, because like you said, you had songs ready. So what made you say like, okay, these songs I had wasn't good enough? I need a brand new song. Let me call this producer. Let me write. So talk to me about the Bias Forever process.
Okay, Bias Forever, that's actually an old song. I wrote that when I was 15. I wrote that in 2014. And
So I doing the math. Okay.
yeah, I wrote that when I was 15, and that was one of the most famous songs I had because, in school, I would like sing my songs to my friends and my classmates, and they would always remember it. And I still have people up to this day come to me and tell me, I remember when you wrote this and you sang this. So I was like, you know what? This is a song that I want to do. And the producer who I partnered with, he loved it as well. So he was like, this is a go. Let's work on it. And we didn't have much time because I wanted it to be released on the 24th of December. And we literally,
what was the significance other than it being like a Christmas gift? What was the significance of that date?
my grandmother passed on a day.
Okay,
So
on her memory.
yeah, so I said, you know what? This song is meaningful. It can be interpreted in many different ways, whether you lost a loved one, whether you had a heartbreak, So I said, you know what, December 24th, I have to release it. So we was working every single day, even with producers in the States, and was not trying to get everything together to release it on December 24th, and we did that.
Was there at any point you thought it wasn't going to make the date?
Yeah, I definitely did, especially how we was rushing to do the cover shoot, and the weather wasn't right, and people couldn't find the locations and the car, and then I wasn't in the right headspace to recording because it was like my first time I knew that I was actually releasing songs. So I wanted to be perfect.
You was birthing the baby, so you wanted to make sure it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure on me during that time. So that's gonna be a memorable moment for me. Even the night before the song was being released, I told my producer I don't even know if I want it out anymore. I said
why?
Because
after all that work?
yeah, because I just was like, what if people don't like it, or what if it doesn't get the response that
you want expecting?
I'm expecting, But I pushed through it and I still released it, and people loved it.
I would ask you next. What was the response? The people who had never heard before, who never heard, but you was it like, who this gal is? Like, what was the responses? The genuine responses she was getting?
When I was scrolling on Twitter, because I had released it, and people who don't follow you or whatever, so I was just going through the quotes, and people was like, "Wow, who this is?" And her voice, and I even went on Facebook, and people was posting it, and they was like, "Oh, they heard it on the radio or whatever, and they thought it was Adele and whatever, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, hey, that's a big comparison.
Yeah, that I really feel good when they do that. But when I saw that, it really motivated me to say, okay, wow, I'm glad I did this, and this is something that I want to continue doing. It really motivated me, honestly.
And the next song I really liked the visuals for that. Talk to me about, clearly it's SZA inspired. So talk to me about why you decided to use those visuals for that song Better Now.
Okay, well, Better Now, as you can see, there's like a contrast. In one scene, I'm wearing like this white flowy dress, and then the other scene, I'm wearing like clothes that you would wear at a funeral, all black, whatever. So basically, the white is just showing that I'm basically accepting what I have to accept. I'm trying to get rid of whatever I need to get rid of that has me attached to you, and the black is me saying goodbye. Like that's it. Like I'm done with the situation. I'm done with what this was, and I'm setting myself free, basically. So
and talk to me about the writing process for that. Was it a brand new song you wrote, or was it another song that you had in stash?
That was actually a brand new song, and what happened? It's so weird. I wrote the song in March. I recorded it in May, and I didn't release it until July, and that was so weird to me because they were all like 2 months apart.
2 months into love, yeah.
Yeah, so I wrote it, and I didn't even finish writing it until I was in the studio, and I was like, what am I feeling right now? And then I just started singing. So the bridge part was actually just flowed in the studio, and I'm glad that I did that because it was more raw and more real, So, but yeah, the writing process for that was tough. The lyrics are really deep. When I write, I try to be as raw as possible, and I think people can tell that I'm very raw at my music. And yeah, I even cried writing that.
Oh, so that was as Roddy said, that was powerful.
Very.
So as we get to our sponsors, so a cold hard fact, of course, that nickname was the Silver Bullet. So what was your nickname in school? Because I mean, with a name like, I sure it's always stable, but is there like a random nickname you have like that has nothing to do with your name?
No, not really. I mean, some people will call me Carls.
Carls?
Yeah, that has to do with my real name, but I don't want to say my real name.
Man, that sounds like good. No, you sure?
No, I don't want to say my real name.
Hashtag Carl. So that is Davonya cold hard fuck. Her nickname is Carl.
A lot of people used to call me Carls, Carlz, Carls.
Carls. Okay, I gotta ask that offline. So shout out to Carls, like, and then so Carls. I have to call you for Carls for the rest of the day. But my next question to you is I remember when I think it was J. Cole's album that came out, like me, I love Big Up Bahamians right now. So shout out to Collect the Bay of the Bahamas. And you embody that. Like, why don't we put on as hard for Bahamians as we do other artists? So talk to you about that whole backlash you got, and then like I know it gave me a good place because I'm the same way. I put Bahamians first. So just talk to me about like your nationalism that you try to. I always see you supporting other artists.
Yeah, definitely. Side note: when I was 14. I get right back to the question. When I was 14, I started up this group called YTB, what stand for Y, Young Talented Bahamians. And we had over 60 videographers, rappers, singers, poets, and I was just 15 years old. And I started this. So I always supported and collaborated with other Bahamian creatives because I know what we're capable of, and I always see other persons make it. The Bahamas has a lot of talent. And sometimes when I look at mainstream, the persons who are in mainstream right now, the Bahamas, the talent that the Bahamas has, we could overthrow that, literally. And I'm always so supportive. Because I know what we can do. I know what I can do. I know what we're capable of. And if we just apply ourselves and get the support from the rest of the Bahamian people, that could really push us far.
I always think our problem is numbers. Like they always say, only 10% of the population will support the creative arts, and 10% of 400,000, because they say 350, but it's more like say 40. Let's say at best we have 450. 10% of only 4,500 people. That ain't nobody. So that's why that's why we have to try use social media and get support from all over, because I just don't think it's just not enough Bahamians. Look at Bahama, they had to go on the rock song to blow up. So I think we have the talent, and you just need to get our eyes in front of the right people.
Yeah. Definitely. I really believe that. I think there was something that happened a few weeks ago. I kept posting and I posted, I said, y'all, please tag so-and-so, so-and-so. And everybody, worked together, and look, that person saw my video.
Nice.
People hit me up, so it takes everyone trying, trying to push that person out there. And I feel like if Bahamians do that with other artists, including myself, we could really go places, honestly.
So what's next? I hope we don't make us wait like 6-7 months for your next song. What's next for music for you?
I actually have a song coming out this month.
This month?
It was supposed to be an EP, but I don't want to rush anything, so I'm just gonna release one song from the EP. So this will be my third single.
And will these two previous songs be in the EP as well?
Yes.
Can you give us the name of the EP?
It's called September.
September, okay.
It's called September, but...
So the EP's called September, but it's not dropping in September.
No, not anymore.
So you drop September in like another month.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy that you're actually keeping the name, because of course, so what's the meaning of September? What's the significance of that month to you?
Okay, September, which is also the single that I'm dropping this month. The name of the single I'm dropping this month is September. And I named the EP September because last year, September 2020, that's one of the roughest months of my life. And that's when I wrote some of the deepest, rawest songs, including the single that I'm dropping. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna name it that because all of these songs embody the feeling or the emotions that I had during that time. So yeah, September is a real tough month for me. Well, it was.
So this more like it's like catharsis, like dropping the song and working through out the emotions and getting it out there. And just off your back. And then, so do you plan to drop the EP for the year, or are you just letting the tide go? You just...
I want to drop it. No, I'm not gonna say anything.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was having.
Yeah, I won't say anything. But y'all getting a single this month, though.
Are you doing a video for that as well?
Yeah, we plan to. We do plan to. We're working on all of that right now.
Who did the Better Now video?
TNT Media. That's Nathaniel Conliffe and Travian Trelly.
Okay, and talk to me about shooting that video, like. Because, I mean, I know you had like a lot of props and stuff.
Jeez. Listen, it was so hot that day. It was so hot. And I had to wear off because there was so much mosquitoes and I was oily and I was sweating. And you see, like, the drone and I had to lay on the floor and things was crawling on me. And it was just, it was...
The thing to do for art.
Oh, my goodness. It was so uncomfortable.
Where did you find on TV?
Where did we find that TV? Oh no, I don't remember.
No,
I think Nate brought that with him. But in the other the cover shoot I had for Better Now,
Yeah.
we just saw that TV in the bush.
I have a question. It looks like you literally went in the bush and the TV was there.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking, like, did you just decide like we could shoot?
That happened
And
before.
Because that's how, like, just the watchers say, I feel like they just go in the bush and find the TV.
No, we actually planned that because the cover shoot we did, we found a TV and we was like, wow. And so for
And
the video,
the cover shoot was before the video.
yes.
Okay.
So for the video, we was like, you know what? Let's include the TV again, but we didn't go back to the same spot, so we had to find an old TV and bring it this time. But yeah, that.
It was a put on the back trunk to get the.
Oh my god, that had a hole in it and like spider webs and stuff. So
Oh yeah, I've been there a while.
yeah, but it was overall it was a fun experience. It was just hot and uncomfortable at times, but it was fun. It was good.
So
good.
as a singer, as a Bahamian singer, as a woman singer, as in R&B and all these things, talk to me about your national and international influences or people you listen to. Not even to compare yourself, but just what are you listening to?
Okay. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Beyonce. I'm a big fan of Adele. I'm a big fan of Rihanna. But apart from the mainstream, I listen to a lot of Cynthia Erivo, a lot of...
I have no idea what that is.
You don't have no idea what
Please-
that is.
please educate
I will
me.
put you on.
Thank you.
I will put you on. I love Jasmine Sullivan. God, I love Fantasia. I love... Don't judge me. I love some Doja Cat.
What did I judge you for? I listen to Doja Cat. Like, I love that album, so I'm not gonna judge you for that.
I love a lot. I listen to all types of music
Mm-hmm.
because I'm an artist and I want to be creative and versatile. So I don't try to just stay in one box. I basically listen to everything: hip hop, rap, jazz, country.
What did you listen to on the way here? What are you listening to right now?
Donda. I love it.
So do you think Donda is better than CLB?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Okay. CLB, it sounds like I've heard it before because like a lot of the songs, you know, I'm not saying it was a bad album because I love some of the songs. I love Too Sexy. I love, you know, Too Sexy.
for me. Yeah,
You know, it's
that's
nice.
on the album.
But when it comes to the music and the artistic side of things and how creative you are, Donda's album was I listened to that from top to bottom. It was unpredictable. It was very creative. It evoked emotions in me. CLB didn't evoke any emotions in me. It had like a meaning and a purpose to it, you know. Also, when it went from track to track, you know, you didn't expect certain things, you know, and I just relate to it more.
I
relate to it more.
actually opposite of you because like I like CLB but one Donda. Kanye was actually my favorite rapper until 2013. So all of his first 6 albums like to me perfect. I used to listen to all them. But I guess I think for me I listen to people like Kanye and Kendrick for a certain reason. So I listen to them for emotion. I listen to Drake so maybe it's to do with expectation. So like I play Donda. And I like it, but I don't like. I used to love Kanye music. Like I have all the vinyls and stuff. But right now, I just like meh on Kanye.
What?
And then with Drake, I expect to hear like how you say is something I heard before. I don't expect nothing to do with Drake. I just expect more of the same. So I think that's probably why I expect to get more. And like even as shoot you said, the album cover So Far Gone, and it was the same, Dark Lane and Take Care. So. And I heard it, so maybe because I expected more of the same.
Yeah.
This was more of the fun. But I do love Jonah of Donda.
Yes, I love it. I have like 12 faves of Donda already.
I have like 6 or 7.
Just 6?
I like Jonah. I like Off the Grid. I like the song of the weekend.
Hurricane.
See, I can't remember. Like I'm gonna listen to it again. But I know after like 3 listens, I like maybe 6 or 7.
You don't like Moon or Praise God, Jesus Lord,
Okay, then
No
yes.
Child Left Behind.
Okay, that's it. That's what 7. I can remember, and I don't know, maybe just the time of my life right now. I could done naming songs of Drake off album right now. I can't have a Donda.
Oh my goodness.
So other than Too Sexy, what do you like on Drake right now?
On Drake's new album?
Yeah.
Oh God. It's not that I'm not a fan of Drake.
You just like
it
whatever.
didn't stick with me like it sticked. Like it, I like the song Yebba did with Yebba did.
Yebba song.
Yebba's Heartbreak because I love Yebba's voice.
I didn't know about that a lot, so I had to listen to some of old stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Yebba's amazing. She's like a Black Adele. Yeah, she's amazing.
And I'm like Memphis. Yebba's who's Yebba? So I had to listen to. I was like, oh, she could sing. She could sing.
Yeah,
because
she's
he has
up there.
and I like the intro because he sampled. Well, even though when Masego sampled the Beatles, And so Drake
He
sampled
mistake.
yeah.
It was another song off of that he did apart from Way Too Sexy that sticked with me, but I don't remember the name.
Maybe Fair Trade. I like the sample of Fair Trade. Mountains by this guy.
Maybe that's with the friends.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's every black person's favorite
Favorite
song
line
right
of
now.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that.
losing friends and gaining peace. Yeah,
Peace,
One
yeah.
thing about Drake, he knows how to get that air worm in your ear.
It was definitely that one. I think this most catchiest song, especially since the video dropped, is Too Sexy.
Yeah, and
That-
I just like our future sound like
I love it.
and they got Kawhi Leonard in the background just doing like a backup dancer.
Apart from like just Kanye evoking emotions, though, the production was amazing. I have to give
Well,
it
that's
to him.
that's what you expect.
Yeah.
That's at worst, if you get trash bars, you will get good production from Ghana.
I love to hear new things. You know, I don't want to keep hearing the same thing. So I guess that's
Mm-hmm.
why it stuck more with me, because it was something that I didn't hear before.
So when you listen, what you listen to, I didn't hear any jazz. You listen to jazz as well, like any jazz tones that's more so too far away from your lane.
No, I mean, sometimes I have to perform jazz.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to listen to it, but I'm not really a
Yeah,
big jazz fan, but I really have to get into it more if I
What
want to
about
continue excelling.
Afro beats?
Yeah, I have to get into that too. I love listening to it, but if you ask me like who is my favorite Afrobeat artist right now, my favorite, I can't tell you, but if I hear it, I love it.
So listen to Wizkid's album, and I think that's a good that's a good base because it's made in Lagos because he has R&B, reggae, and other Afrobeat artists on it as well.
Okay.
And yet no, I'm sure you have Essence. Essence like
Yes,
that. Yeah,
yes.
and so I like the song Thames on Drake's album. I actually thought it didn't fit. Like I love the song, but it didn't fit on
heard it.
Drake's album.
I didn't feel that one too much. I listened to it. I didn't really feel it.
I like the song by itself. I don't like it in the flow of Drake's album.
You think he should have put it as a single?
Yeah, and just like you should get it. But I like it because Thames get a bigger platform now
Yeah.
because she's on the album, you know. So I hate her getting a con. I just didn't think it because he did everything, but it's like it's cool and then Afrobeat
And then
back to rap. Yeah. And then,
sometimes that's intentional. So I don't know what he
yeah.
was going
So
for.
I asked because during the pandemic I didn't have no convo, so I didn't really listen to much soca. So all I listened to during the lockdown was literally Masego and Wizkid for like 6 months.
I have to listen to them.
Yeah, literally for 6 months. So just Masego and Wizkid, and I was like, and then the thing with Spotify and Apple, they just put on other artists in those genres. So I was like, I just went down the rabbit hole of music.
Okay, I need to get like you. I'm definitely gonna. My friend always telling me to listen to Masego, and it's another name, St. John, I believe.
St. John, he's an Atlanta, right? I don't call him a rapper, but like he's an artist from Atlanta. So.
Yeah, they always tell me to get in, so I'm gonna definitely get into it.
What about
I'm
you?
gonna
The people who listen to Bohemian artists listen to?
Ooh, well, obviously to them, I listen to Leon, Kiaspa, Allion Rose, what's his name? Young Mali, Jamie C. Oh God, his name. Good. It begins with G. He just dropped a song. Giovanni.
Don't stress me
No,
out.
I don't want you to stress me
I still
out.
bring him in there. I love that song.
Yeah. God, there's so much, and a lot of them are my friends. So I don't. God, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I try to listen to everyone that I possibly can. NF Trey, I love him. Kanan, that's my brother.
I get no because like I starting to not recognize his names. You talking about? So I feel like I got
They're young, yeah, they're
Yeah.
younger, but they're really, really talented. They're really, really talented. I like to listen. I like a couple songs from Raven Roberts as well. I feel like her melodies are really, really catchy.
Is that China dog?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I really, really like her. Her stuff is really catchy. There's so much, and I know as soon as I go on Instagram today, I'm gonna see a whole load that I forgot.
That's what it is. Yeah. So shout again to Collect the Bear. So what do you do other than the normal things people do? What is your Bahamian way to chill out and just relax? Like me, I don't eat kung salads, but I'm a fritter and sky juice type of guy. That's me. Or sometimes I just have a nice collect with my breakfast, so radless way to go with food. Or if I want party, to drink a platinum. Or then sometimes I would like. So what is your thing to do? That's like your Bahamian thing to chill out.
To be honest, I would be lying if I said almost every Sunday I don't go to the beach. Me and my friends get some collect rattlers, or we get like collect gold and go chill on the beach.
Oh, you want something to punch your head off? You want to go? She don't want no regular collect. She don't want no light. She want to go. She will get there quick.
Yeah, I would be lying if I say almost every Sunday we don't go on the beach or by the pool and just chill out and whatever. I'll go by Fish Fry. That's like a chill type of thing, you know, not really the party. And
Yeah,
that's like the
that's
chill
like a downtime.
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
you understand? Sometimes I write out there too. You know, it all depends on how I'm feeling.
Now I understand what your lyrics. It's the goal. It's the goal of your lyrics so strong because the goal is be influencing your bars. Okay. I get it now. I get it. So she's been writing around.
Maybe, you know. Maybe.
And that's the next question.
About.
Talk to me about your writing process. I know someone who's just go in the room and pitch black and she have to write. And there's someone who has to sit on the floor barefoot with candles and studio. So what's your how do you come up with your stuff?
Every time I get this question,
It's changing. Or you
no, it doesn't change at all. It's the same thing. I have no specific writing process because sometimes I'm in the shower and something comes to me, and normally I have my phone in the bathroom with me. I go on my notes.
So you beat. I should have beat the show and be
and
like,
there's something. No, like I'd be.
you gotta hurt. So do you have a notes app? Like you have a segmentized for your
All my songs, yeah.
Okay.
Or sometimes I just be
I don't mean
chilling.
segmentized. It's already segmented. Jesus, I've been the sock now.
I just be chilling, and if I'm feeling something, I just write it. Or, which is in most
do you
cases,
physically put pen to paper, or do you just put it in your phone?
it all depends.
Okay.
So let's say, like the bathroom example, or let's just say I'm in my room and I'm feeling a way. I get my book and I maybe put on a beat, or I may just, do like a melody in my head and I'll just start writing. Or I'd go to the studio and I'd just start writing. But things just come to me.
Where do you record?
I record a couple places. I record at On the Hill. That's in Bozeman Town. And I also recorded with Nate the Grape, and I record with Keith Sands. I've also recorded at Neil Seminette Studio.
That's
few-
stable, right?
I've recorded at a few places. I still have some more studios I want to try out.
Have
But
you been Duncantown yet?
no, I haven't. I've heard about that, and I also want to try OU Studios as well.
Yeah, that's the home.
Yeah, I really want to try it. But mainly I go to On the Hill. Yeah.
And when you trying to remember these melodies, do you like voice note yourself? Like, or do you always remember? Like, do you ever ever had a melody and forget it, or you just voice note it so you can't forget it?
Yeah, there are sometimes, especially if it's late at night and I'm like half asleep writing, but I really need to get it out. I'd voice note it before I go sleep because I know I'm gonna forget it. But sometimes if it's really, really something really, really catchy, I'm not gonna forget it. It all depends on the song and the melody and how catchy it is. I have like a gazillion recordings in my phone with me just singing melodies over and over just so I don't forget.
And I saw you perform the Fusion a few weeks ago. So talk to me about that. So is that your full-time thing? Is it the part-time thing? Talk to me about performing, like the covers and stuff.
Okay, so me performing in general or performing at Fusion?
No, in general, sorry.
Okay, in general, I perform on the side as well, because not just for exposure, but also for the experience, because I don't want to just stay in Nassau. I want to go on the big stage.
And the con, that's money's good,
I don't want to just, I don't want to just mania. I want to go on the big stage. So I feel like the more I perform, the better I get, the more confident I am. And
what kind of songs do you perform? Like, is you with a band, with tracks?
Yeah, no, I always perform with a live band. I don't.
I was
tracks.
watching Made in America last night, right? And I was so upset. I hate to see artists performing with tracks.
Yeah,
because not until Kalani came with like Megan and Lotto and Ferg, all of them at Michael Jackson, they'd say 2 lines. I was like, that was pissing me off. Right?
I don't like that.
But then Kalani came through, and all I heard was the boss like, yes, Lord.
That's the most recent performance you're talking about?
That's last night. Kalani
Yes,
performed Made in America, and tonight is Biebs. Bieber tonight.
Okay, I have to tune in.
Bieber tonight. So it's free. Title is streaming it on YouTube. And the app, yeah. So Made in America is always the first weekend in September. That's Jay-Z's festival at Rock Nation. So I love it. I hate to hear from the tracks, but you
No, I don't.
Get some break control. Like, I don't want to hear the track. I want to hear you. I pay money to hear you perform a different vibe.
I feel like it's more raw and real too. I know I always say raw, but I just try to be as real as I can as an artist. Yeah, but
is there a specific band that you perform with? Or?
Yeah, I have a band that I perform with everywhere.
Is that your band, or is this a band you're a part of?
No, it's my band. It's my band.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. You both
They're
said-
my friends. We're all friends.
No, you said Mr. Drums, you have your own band. You need to talk to me.
Yeah, I do.
I thought you was just like with people now. That's we go back to top. Talk
No,
to me
it's
about-
not like an official thing, but
I don't care.
anytime we're asked to do a gig or sing somewhere or I
Mm-hmm.
want to do production. I don't know if you saw my Christmas video I have up on my YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Christmas video and I said, you know what, for Christmas I want to do a production type thing, especially after that Christmas voice note blew up with me singing Santa Baby.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what, I want to do a production. So I was like, hey, y'all want to do this with me? And you know, everybody was on board. But they're all of my friends from UB, especially.
So just
we formed
pick
it.
up the band on top of the band. Talk to me about the members of the band.
Okay, so I think it's about 6 or 7 of us in total. I have Travis, and he's on lead guitar. We have Jose, he's on bass. Marvin, piano, bass, or drums. Daniel Hall, he can do drums or keys. I have Dion, he's on drums or percussion. You know, you understand? So
Thanks.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't know this.
really-
I like when I do my research and I hear new things. I like that.
Mm-hmm,
So how often do you perform?
it all depends on like events or whatever's happening, or some members of my team, if they hear someone's looking for, you know, an artist like Fusion. A few weeks ago, you know, they was looking, you know, for people to perform or whatever, so they reached out to me and I said, okay, you know what, and I got one member of my band, because we couldn't bring the full band, one member, and we went out and we performed
That's good.
2 sets.
So how for the country is slowly, I think, gonna open up in maybe a month or so when more people
Beautiful.
get vaccinated. I feel like, cause I just saw reports say like we might be the 50% by end September.
Okay.
So I also go where are some places that you usually perform so we could look out for you.
Okay, normally they aren't really public places I normally perform, like at weddings or like when a school, they had like a gala.
Mm-hmm.
I performed there, you know, events like that. But I really want to get into the hotels.
Okay,
That's
nice.
what I want to get to for the
That's
exposure.
what the steady money is.
Yeah, so I really want to get in there.
So I interview a lot of artists, and most of them do the full time job, artists at the time, artists at night type of thing, or something just do the artist full time. Where do you fall in the spectrum right now? Like, are you able to make enough money right now, or is like you still gotta subsidize the cost elsewhere?
Well, I'm working and I am still trying to like perform as well. Obviously, things are slow with the performing.
Because of pandemic.
Yeah, and that really bugs me. But I know that things are gonna pick up, so I'm working. But I also want to get in more with the performing and something that's solid and stable. You understand? But yeah, and then balancing all that with trying to record and get stuff out and do photo shoots and interviews and all that. Sometimes it could get a lot, you know, especially when you're writing too and you want to clear head. Yeah.
And lastly, before we you talk about Beyonce, what is your favorite Beyonce project? Because her birthday was yesterday?
Yes.
Right? Yesterday?
B-Day was yesterday. What is my favorite Beyonce project? Jeez.
I personally didn't really pay attention to outside of like the singles till 4. Like 4 is when I realized the first full Beyonce I listened to was 4.
Really?
Yeah.
What? You didn't listen to self-titled Beyonce, Lemonade?
Lemonade was after 4.
Yeah, you didn't
No, it's
listen.
like 4 was the first one I listened to in full.
Oh, so you didn't listen to B-Day or Dangerously in Love?
Now, of course, I do all the singles because radio, but I didn't. I just like, okay, Destiny's Child, she cool. Like I don't want to listen to the album from her. When I listened to 4, I was like, okay, this girl, she bad. And I love self-titled. I love Lemonade.
Yeah, okay. I'd honestly say, damn, this is hard. I'd say, damn.
I've heard real Beyonce stans like the Hive say that they think B-Day is like one of the best.
Yeah, I can't even choose right now because I love like a lot of the songs off of the albums. I can never choose. I've never been asked that either, so I can't choose.
Legit. So what's it? So can you pick?
A favorite song?
Yes. Or top 5.
Top 5 songs. Okay, this is so hard, but I would say Love on Top.
I think that's like the greatest song of all time.
Love on Top, Halo, because that's like, yeah, Love on Top, Halo, Jesus. All Night. I know I'm gonna forget some. Jesus.
is that hard?
Yeah, because I know I'm gonna forget something. I'm gonna forget my favorites. But Love on Top, All Night, Halo.
So that's the top 3 for sure. It's the top 3.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty Hurts. Hello. Radio. God.
She ain't paying. I don't bother to this no more. She ain't paying. So this has been episode 6 of Who That. Follow, where they can follow you, I guess that's where they can follow you. They
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Davonya Official, and you can follow me on YouTube and Facebook, Davonya Music.
Okay, so shout out again to our sponsors, you know. You didn't catch it this time, but I hope I'll be bringing in, you know, some actual alcohol on the set.
Okay, yeah.
You know, but so it means like I owe you, babe. I owe you a gold.
Okay.
I owe you a gold.
Gold, you got it, right?
Gold, just on everything. This has been Who That. I'm Tim A, and this is not the Davonya.
Davonya.
And luck out for September, in September.
Yeah.
Couple beats of glory.
Who that? What? Who that? Who that? What? Who that?